Hi, this is Jake from Optimus Futures, and in this video, I'll be showing you how to utilize and access the electronic eye for options on the TT platform. Now, the electric eye, at first glance, it does behave very similar to a trade monitor, but it is actually very useful because it displays market data for all puts and calls for an options expiry and can be configured to alert traders based on their criteria. So one of the great things that stands this apart from the trade monitor is its ability to alert traders based on specific criteria, and then from there directly place an options trade directly from the electronic eye. So if you'd like to utilize this app, or the widget, you can access it under widgets, options, and then electronic eye. Now, very similar to the trade monitor on this platform, to open up a contract, we'll simply need to enter in the search bar. Then we'll need to specify the exchange, the family of options, which for this example, we'll be doing the E-mini S&P 500 futures contract. We now need to select our product and then the term in which our product falls under. Now from here, it may take a second, but it will eventually populate with data. And now, as you can see, we have all of our different expiries associated by its calls and puts for the E1A options family for the E-mini S&P 500. And now, as you can see, we do have, starting from the left to the right, our instrument name, whether it is a call or put, its strike price, we have expiration, we have our bid quantities here, and unfortunately, because I am running on simulated data, you won't see this information, but you can expect for these fields to be populated on a live trading account. We have our different options contracts theoretical value, and then we have our buy and sell edge, which is very important. This is calculated by TT, and for example, our sell edge takes our theoretical value and subtracts it from our bid price, giving us our sell edge. Well, on the other hand, our theoretical value for our buy edge is the same, just inverse. Its theoretical value subtracted from the ask price to give you its buy edge. We also have our ask quantities and buy quantities. And finally, we have our theoretical values and our Greeks all the way to our right. Now, again, I said earlier that the electronic eye is great because unlike the trade monitor, it does alert traders when an options is either their criteria is reached or it's about to expire, and you will get an active alert when this does occur. So if you would like to set up specific criteria for a different options contracts, you can do so by clicking the filter button up here in the top left. And then we can create a rule or a rule group. So if I add a rule, I can now begin to customize from the ground up the exact stipulation of what I'd like to be triggered and displayed on my electronic eye. So let's say, for example, I wanted to only display options contract with a strike of greater than 1,000. If I'd like to create this expression, I simply need to click the drop-down menu. From here, I'll click on strike. And then, like I said, I wanted it greater than or equal to 1,000. So if I simply type in 1,000 here and then click apply, after a second of configuration, as you can see, I now only get access to the options contracts that have a strike of 1,000 or more. Nothing less will be displayed. But that's just a small example of what you can do on the electronic eye. As you can see here, you can get quite complex in the customization of different rules and groups. And this can go on and on as long as your expressions are valid and do make sense. Whatever you have configured here will once again display on your electronic eye. Now, one of the great things about the electronic eye is the ability to trade directly from it. Now, as I said before, the electronic eye is great because traders are alerted when an option is about to expire. Unfortunately, because I am running on simulated data, You won't get to see that here in my electronic eye. What I have access to is somewhat limited, but when an options is about to expire, within 5 seconds, the gray area or the gray row of the instrument and all the information associated with it will turn in orange color. When the orange filter or highlight does display, this represents your option is about to expire. In the event that you would like to place a trade for an expiring option, this can be done so by either directly clicking within your bid or ask columns. And again, like I did mention, this will open up a floating order ticket in which traders can place trades directly from your electronic eye while utilizing your order ticket here, which is a great feature. So again, not only will you be alerted, unlike the trade monitor, when an option is about to expire based off of the different filter conditions you have set, but you can trade directly through this widget as well. So just keep that in mind. But that just about wraps it up for the electronic eye. There is a ton more that can be accessed through the electronic eye and that can be utilized based off the different criteria here in the different columns of the electronic eye. Unfortunately, I am running on simulated data, so the expressions and the different filters we can create is somewhat limited, but hopefully this gives you some insight into the extraordinary potential that this widget offers. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.